Hey, what's up, YouTube? Mike from Mass here, Mass Aquariums. And I needed to shoot this video because I got a bunch of these shrimp a couple weeks ago and I have never seen them. Like, I see them randomly, but like I don't really get my phone get a chance to get my phone out real quick or whatever. But I guess you could call this a little bit of a fluval speck update. Here's one of 5 of these jet black shrimp, and they look really like chocolate colored. I think they're bred, to look chocolate, but they call them jet black. Oh, here's a mono coming your way. And I have this pair of German blue rams. I had originally thought that I had 2 males, which really looks like I have 2 males right now. Most often, this one down here, belly pinks up and the black spot completely gets sheened over. But, now I'm trying to debate. Yeah, and that's my son in the background screaming. Now, see, almost. I had originally picked them up as a pair, but I'm having second thoughts. All the jet black shrimp hang out in this subwasser tank. They're like crazy. I pull this stuff out once a week. It just grows like crazy. Same with the duckweed, which I love. I know some people say, oh, once you get duckweed in your tank, you're never going to get it out, blah, blah, blah. If I wanted the duckweed out, it would get out pretty quick. I love it. It grows like crazy. I pull it out, give it away, toss it away, throw it in other tanks for, fish to eat. But these guys are gorgeous. They've been in here for, I would say, a week and a half, 2 weeks now, and they have acclimated very good. As you know, if you follow my channel, I have not had great success with German blue rams in the past. It had nothing to do with water quality or parameters. They just, some would live for a month, some would live for 6 months, and then all of a sudden it would just be like a random, boom, dead. These guys have been eating really great. They're not skittish at all when I come to the tank, and I'm really psyched about these jet black shrimp. I wish that I could shake this subwasser tank around, and usually they're like right up here on the side of this rock, just going up the rock, algae rock here. I haven't really bothered to remove a whole lot of this. I like the way it looks. It's not terrible. I could brush it off with a toothbrush. I have no qualms with this type of algae. All the different types of Anubias are doing well. This crip in the back is doing well. I think this is Micro Sword it is producing runners, but super slow as expected. I mean, there's nothing on this tank. It's the stock light, no CO2, no fertilizers. So you're not going to get amazing, crazy plant growth when you're not boosting your plant growth. Amano shrimp doing his job. Look at how clean this driftwood is from them. And I'm so psyched to see this finally have my phone around, because these shrimp are just really cool. When I saw them at the store, I was like, hey, save this, every one of these in the tank for me, and I'll be back tomorrow. I just want to do a little bit of research. And came back the next day, another Amano. Ooh, there's another black shrimp. Goddamn, figures. See him? There he is, going to town. So there's 1. There's 2. I'm sure the rest are all over here going to town like they normally are. The thing with this tank and the shrimp I get is I put them in the tank and then they disappear and I'm like, oh crap, they died. And then a couple weeks later, I'll see them all and I'll be like, oh sweet, they're all alive. I got 2 little Amano, 2 black shrimp. Super cool. See if I can get everybody in camera. There we go. German blue rams, black shrimp, Amano, all doing their job. Tank looks good. Water change once a week religiously with this thing. It's only 5 gallons. Takes 2 seconds. I pull the water out, vacuum the substrate, pour it back in with planters, you use for flowers, flower pot. Drawing a blank. I always do that when I'm filming. Gorgeous. But I haven't given you an update on this tank in a long time. I'm thinking about cleaning out this section a little just to make it more appealing to the eye. But then again, all the shrimp, they go in here and it's like they just pass out and start going to town. And if I did luck out, which it's now, like with this, it's not looking. Oh, it's so weird. I might have to go back and get a female. Would be sweet if they bred. Would be so cool. Righty, folks. Sorry about that. Got sick of the kids screaming and hollering, but when you have kids, that's exactly what happens. Really loving the fact that these guys are finally out. I'll just go quick over the tank. This tank, if anybody has not seen this tank before, it's a Fluval Spec, 5 gallon. Got some Subwarsartang, a couple different types of Anubias, some Crips, some Micro Swords. Have a ton of snails that have abandoned. Lots of live ones. They breed like crazy. They go to town. They die off. More come back. Had a couple apple snails. One is gone. One is here. I've got some nerite snails in here that are buried way back in the dark. The deep darks of the tank. A little bit of algae. Like I said, I like it. Not too concerned. Running a Sarah heater. And all I'm running in the filter itself is some biomedia and one tiny packet of the Nano Chemipure Green. And now we get these German blue rams. Amano shrimp doing their thing. Jet black shrimp doing their thing. Oh, I'm loving this tank. Progression. I've always been one to have a vision, do it, change it, change it, change it, change it. It evolves. I go with what works as opposed to trying to flip the tank to something I want and go from there. And this tank is slowly, oh yeah, don't forget the duckweed. Slowly coming along. As I do water changes, I pull stuff out. I just, move around stuff like I've always done, but I'm really liking the way this tiny tank is coming along as far as what I have to do to keep control and maintenance-wise, and what I have for bioload. And that's really about it. Yes, folks, they will eat all this flake extremely quick. Even these giant geos. Cory cats, crayfish, plecos, rummy nose, Buenos Aires, you name it. This flake will all be gone in a matter of 5 minutes. So as you can see, it's been about 4 or 5 minutes and the food is gone. Water is a tad cloudy, but it's mostly because of the bright lights, and it'll be clear as can be in another 5 minutes. So 10 minutes from complete flake out, snowstorm, flake storm, to all gone. Angels are getting really big. There's a couple of them right there. The rest are probably freaked out as usual. Yeah, they're over here. They don't like me. A couple of them do, a couple of them don't. So this is a 2-tank freshwater update. I'll do my flower horn update probably next week. He is better, in case you're wondering. Pothos growing like crazy everywhere, out of all the corners of the tank. Look at this. Hey, look at that. Heart-shaped pothos. Big pothos, just growing awesome. It's funny, when you have a plan and it comes through, it's good. The roots do collect detritus and all sorts of crap, so I shake them off every once in a while, and then when they get really long, we got a couple over here that are getting long, I just trim them up, because at first I thought it was really cool, but then I realized the fish, you're not really showcasing the fish. They don't have like whole lot of room to school around in, so I just began cutting them about this length, and even I'll just cut that whole like root ball off, and it'll just regrow roots, and it's good for the plant. Helps them take off. Regrowing roots is never a disadvantage in my opinion with these pothos. I've cut this down plenty of times, and look, just boop, 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 boop. All the fish in this tank are doing awesome. I continually love this simplicity of this tank. Still running the seamless sump and the FX6. Nothing really has changed. The apple snails have had babies. I see tiny little apple snails all over the glass. Who knows, maybe I'll see if I can catch one, but probably not. Crayfish, doing good. Cory cats, doing good. Big ass geos over there. You can see there's still a little shake off from me shaking the roots off. Probably could use a few more botanicals to darken this water up, but other than that, the tank is really, I'm really liking the way it is. Like I was talking with the other, my spec, there's not really a whole lot of evolution to this tank. This is exactly what I pictured it, and I'm leaving it the way it is. I may add a few more types of fish, but I'm really happy with the overall progress and the way this tank has come out. So we'll see what this tank holds for the future. It is a giant tank. A lot of people don't realize the footprint of this tank is absolutely huge. 135 gallons plus the sump, so big giant cube tank, thick glass on this tank. But that's a cool shot right there. I also have a video on when you're not using a sump, what you can use it for. Organization. I'll get that up later. But that's it for this tank. That's it for the freshwater update. Thanks for sticking around. I will get you a flower horn update as soon as possible. In the meantime, enjoy the fish keeping. Hit that subscription button. Hit the notification bell. Make sure you're listening to all my savage kids running around upstairs like crazy people. And for the second time, I'm out.